Hey y'all, in today's video, I'm bringing you 2 crock pot meals. Both of these are super easy to make, and with all of this snow and cold weather a lot of us have going on this week, I thought some cozy and warm crock pot meals would be just the thing. Let's get into these recipes, y'all.
So we are finally having some cool fall-like weather today. It's actually super cool and rainy. So I knew I wanted to just throw something in the crock pot for dinner tonight. So obviously we're just gonna add 2 chicken breasts to your crock pot. And 2, we have a family of 4. 2 is really enough in here because we're gonna add pasta and all sorts of stuff. So it's gonna make a ton. To season up our chicken breast, I'm just gonna go in with some lemon pepper. I always love to add lemon pepper, especially in these kind of savory crock pot meals. I don't know, it doesn't taste lemony, it just gives it like a little something. And then we're also gonna add some Italian seasoning. And again, just add whatever seasonings you like. And then the star of the show for this recipe, of course, is the Buffalo Wild Wings. It is the Parmesan garlic sauce. We're gonna use this entire bottle in here. So we're just gonna dump this whole bottle of Parmesan garlic sauce on top. And then there's so many different versions of this recipe. A lot call for half and half. They want you to take, call for heavy cream. They want you to take your heavy cream, fill your jar up of this and kind of rinse it out and add it. But I think the half and half works just as fine. So that's what we're gonna use today. So like I said, we're just gonna fill up this bottle. I'm not gonna fill it all the way up just so I have a little bit of room to give it a little shake in there. And of course, this also helps to clean out this bottle so we don't waste any of this sauce. Pour that on. Okay. Wash my hands again. Clean up my mess. And then the last thing we're gonna add right now is just about half a block of cream cheese. It's just the regular full-fat cream cheese. All right, and that is it for now. We are gonna pop the lid on, cook this on high for about 3 to 4 hours until that chicken is cooked through. And then we're gonna add just a couple more things and this will be ready. All right, so our chicken's been cooking. It cooked on high about 4 hours and then I turned it down to low and then it's been on warm as we ran everywhere this afternoon. It looks kind of crazy right now, but we're just gonna shred up the chicken. I'm just using my little mix and chop tool. You can use 2 forks, whatever you wanna do. The last thing we're gonna add in is just some shredded cheese. I just got this Mexican blend because it has some shredded Monterey Jack, cheddar, whole milk mozzarella, and then asadero. I don't know if I said that right. I mainly got it because of the Monterey Jack, the cheddar, and the mozzarella in there. So we're just gonna add in about a cup. Maybe just a little bit more. We're just gonna stir in that cheese. I have my crock pot on warm right now. You could leave it on warm or low, whatever you wanna do. It will not take long at all for that cheese to melt in there.
So while that cheese is melting, when your dinner is almost ready to eat, you are going to want to go ahead and boil your pasta on the side. You can put your pasta in with some of these kind of crock pot meals, but I really like to cook mine on the side just to ensure it doesn't kind of overcook in the crock pot, if you know what I mean. So I'm just boiling up 1 pound of this corkscrew pasta. You can use elbow noodles, some penne noodles work great, any kind that you want. And then you're just gonna add those cooked noodles right in with everything else. I didn't quite add all of my noodles. I kind of like to just eyeball it to make sure I get that right consistency. If you've been here a while, you know I love to talk about it. I like my stuff to be saucy. I don't want there to be too many noodles in here. So just add however many you want and you are pretty much done. This will stay warm for a little bit, but again, I would not cook it any longer at this point, just because you don't want your noodles to be soggy. I did go back and added just a little bit of heavy cream to mine. I felt like it was just a little bit thick for my liking, so you can do that. You can add a little heavy cream, a little milk, just to thin it out and get it to where you like it. And then next, all we're gonna do is plate this up, and this meal is so delicious. I have made it before, but it's been a super long time, and I just forgot how delicious this one is.
So first of all, we're just gonna place our chicken breast in our slow cooker. And these are actually some thin chicken breasts, so they are not going to take long at all to cook. This recipe really doesn't take long anyway, so I'm just going to pile these up in there. But after the chicken cooks, we're going to kind of shred it up anyway, so it doesn't matter if they're thin or thick. As long as they're cooked and done, we'll be good to go. All right, so now we're going to come over here and make our teriyaki sauce. All right, to make our own sauce, it's pretty simple. We're first going to add about half a cup of soy sauce. Just about half a cup I have left in this bottle, so I'm just going to pour all of that in there. To that, we're going to add about 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. We're also going to do about 3 tablespoons of honey. Next, we're going to add 1 kind of heaping tablespoon of minced garlic. Then we're going to add 2 teaspoons of toasted sesame oil. A little bit of this goes a long way. Such good flavor, but you do not need a lot at all. Okay? And last but not least, we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of this rice wine vinegar. If you don't have this, just regular white vinegar or even apple cider vinegar will be fine too. All right, now we're just going to give everything a mix. Okay, and now all we're going to do is pour our sauce right over our chicken breast. And this can cook either on low for 6 to 7 hours or high 3 to 4. That's what we're going to go with. We're getting a late start in the day. I feel like we say that a lot of times doing these slow cooker meals. So we're going to try high for about 3 hours. We'll check back in. All right, it has been about 3 hours. Our chicken breasts are nice and tender. They are all the way done. So now I'm just going to take 2 forks and I'm just going to go in here and kind of shred up my chicken. I don't think I'm going to shred it up all the way. I'm going to leave it in, bite-sized pieces since we are doing teriyaki chicken. About like that. You can do whatever you want. You can shred it if you want, of course, but I think it'll be good to kind of not shred it up all the way. Just going to kind of chunk it up a little bit in here. It smells delicious in the whole house. That sesame oil just smells so good. All right, so we are going to thicken up the sauce just a little bit. I'm going to keep it on high just while we do that because we kind of want it to just simmer a little bit. So in this little cup, I just have about 2/3 a cup of water and a couple tablespoons of cornstarch. I'm just going to give that a little whisk. And then all we're going to do is pour our cornstarch slurry right in here with our chicken. And this is just going to thicken up that teriyaki sauce. Just kind of helps it stick a little bit. Give it a little stir. And like I said, I'm just going to leave it on high just for a few more minutes. It won't take long at all to kind of thicken up in here. But while it is doing so, we're going to go over here and make some fried rice to go with it.
I cannot get over how easy this meal was to make. That homemade teriyaki sauce was absolutely perfect. And like I said, we just served ours over some simple stovetop fried rice, or just some regular rice would even be good with this too. We chopped with a little teriyaki sauce, some green onions, and some shrimp sauce or some yum yum sauce, depending on what you want to call it. And it was perfect. If you liked today's video, there's another video right here on the screen I really think you should check out. I'll see y'all over there, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye y'all.